Can't he do that cross-examination? Always shifting the goalpost. You understand? That is the game he's playing. I was not surprised at all. Even on the issues he himself has decided to pursue under cross-examination, which is about the terms of the contracts, the role of Jakpa, and all that, he is displaying ignorance. This is an attorney general who, you heard on that tape we released, was misconstruing a letter of credit as advance payments. Clear illiteracy. He thinks that a letter of credit that has clear condition precedence, it constitutes advance payment. Clear illiteracy. Today, too, you heard him in open court suggesting that an ISO certification, which is renewed annually and which is acquired by duly incorporated entities, organizations, companies, for purposes of quality assurance. He was confusing an ISO certification with an incorporation documentation. He thinks that if you see an ISO certificate, it is a certificate of a registration of a company. This man is bankrupt in knowledge about the issues before the courts. He is a walking shame, a walking embarrassment. And he continues to make, he continues to ridicule himself because he clearly doesn't understand the issues he's pushing. What does the issue about whether or not Mr. Jakpa passed a promotional examination, what does that got to do with this case? What does the issue about some so-called 68 messages which Jakpa refused to provide a court, which messages 90% constitute motivational messages that Mr. Jakpa has been broadcasting to people on his list? What is the relevance of those so-called motivational messages to the case at heart? The guy has been wasting everybody's time in court. You understand? And contriving to the extent that they are even contriving official government documents. You saw Mr. Jakpa trying to make that point. The rules, of course, didn't allow that, and so the judge did not allow that. But I know that an opportunity will be created by his lawyers for him to make that point very forcefully. This issue about his release letter from the military and why he was released from the military and all that are issues that will be strongly contested with evidence, because Jakpa maintains that what they have brought to court is clearly fake, doctored, and contrived. But all these issues have got nothing to do with the critical issues at stake. Did Ato Forsen have authorization to write those letters or not? His boss, the finance minister, Setekpe, has come to court to say, I authorize him. They are saying that even though you say you authorize him, give us paper. How many ministers of state write letters to their deputies when authorizing them on a daily basis to take action, or when delegating responsibility to them? Master, is that the standard practice? That if Godfred Dame is giving his deputy to Yeboah a delegated responsibility, he must always write? Setekpe says, I authorize him. He's Ato Forsen on the face of the letter signed for the minister. He kept the minister in copy. The minister, knowing the consequences of his admission that he authorized Ato Forsen, has come to court and said, if at all anything wrong was done, because nothing wrong was done, but if at all anything wrong was done, you have the wrong man, because I authorize him. That one to you say you don't want it, because President Akufo-Addo is giving you pressure to go after Ato Forsen because you think fantas are cheap. You think fantas are fools. You understand? I believe so. I believe so. But what you see here is just symbolic. It is just, a reflection of the outreach that an overwhelming majority of fantas across the country feel, the revulsion they feel about this distasteful, comment that was made by the Attorney General. And the most important thing is that till date he has not been able to dispute it. He himself has not been able to swear an oath. Master, ask Godfred Dame when he comes out of the court, that why can't you swear an oath like Jakpa has sworn an oath testifying to these issues? If Jakpa lies under oath, there will be consequences. He can go to jail for perjury. Godfred Dame doesn't want to go under oath because of two things. Once he swears an oath, he knows that he can be cross-examined. He is afraid of cross-examination. Number two, he knows that if he swears an oath and lies, that he never met Jakpa. He never told him fantas are cheap. He never told him to contrive a fake medical excusity. He never told him to implicate Ato Forsen. When he peddled those lies, not in a press release, but under oath, he knows he can be prosecuted tomorrow for the offense of perjury. That is what he's running away from. And you allow him to get off the hook, and today he has the effrontery this crooked, dishonorable character has the effrontery to go and stand in London and run his mouth when you are the first Attorney General in the history of this country who has been reprimanded by a court of competent jurisdiction as having brought or occasioned discomfiture, in other words, embarrassment to the courts, having undermined the judicial process, for which reason you have been advised to stay away from the proceedings and you are refusing to heed advice. And if you will not heed advice, come and cross-examine to kwani, hide and seek. When it is about issues about your person, you are dodging like a coward, sitting in your chair, whispering into the ears of your deputy. Why can't you do the cross-examination yourself?
You keep referring to the deputy as, or what do you mean?
Who?
You keep referring to...
Oh, because what is his role in this matter? What is his role in this matter? In all the meetings they had under the cover of darkness, he was not there. And it is very sad that he has allowed himself to be used this way. Because you were not there. And yet you are putting it to Mr. Jakpa that my boss never told you that Francis are cheap. Were you there? Were you there?
It's a prosecution case, you would agree.
It's the case of the prosecution. But it's CSA. Was he there? I put it to you, was he there?
Should that not strengthen your case rather?
Of course, it strengthens our case. And it also allows us the opportunity to make these arguments, exposing the Attorney General. He is a coward. If he thinks that what Jakpa is saying are not true, he should confront him under cross-examination.